So you're thinking of making a move to Salt Lake City, Utah. In this video, I'm going to show you around the suburb of Woods Cross. Woods Cross is just 20 minutes from downtown Salt Lake City. I'm going to take you through some of the neighborhoods and show you some of the different price ranges and some of the different houses so that you can see if it might be a good fit for your budget. If you stick around until the end, I will share with you some of the best kept secrets of the neighborhoods, one of which is where I'm currently standing, and it is Hogan Park. In my opinion, it has some of the best pickleball courts. Right now, due to weather, you don't see a ton of people, but when it heats up, all the courts are full, so you'll want to check that out. I also want to show you around what it feels like to live in Salt Lake City and the surrounding suburbs. So if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Salt Lake City, Utah and the surrounding suburbs, tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know about the current market in Salt Lake City, Utah. My name is Janet with Living in Salt Lake City, Utah. We get calls and emails from people just like you every day looking to make a move to Salt Lake City, Utah and surrounding suburbs. And we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking of making a move, whether it's 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we will give you the information in the link below so that you can contact us easily so that you can make a smooth move to Salt Lake City, Utah and the surrounding suburbs. So as I mentioned, we are in Woods Cross today, and I will be showing you 3 different homes and 3 different price points. So let's get started. Let's go look at some houses. Okay, we're at the first stop. This house is 1973 South, 1130 West in Woods Cross, Utah, and it was listed at $369,000. It has a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it was built in 1984, and it has just over 1,200 square feet. So one thing that you need to take into account if you're looking at a townhome or a condo, they're great entry level for first-time buyers or that lower price range to keep your payment down. But you do need to take into account that you will have a monthly community fee, which they call an HOA, and that can get quite expensive. This particular one does include water, sewer, and garbage. So that's nice. And then they maintain the snow removal of the roads. But something that I wanted to address when you're trying to get into the market, especially talking to first-time buyers or someone looking in a smaller price range, it does take some sacrifice. And I have some clients that are so glad that they made those sacrifices so that they could start smaller. They had to give up maybe a bedroom. They had to give up maybe a garage. They had to make some negotiation as into what city they really wanted to be in. But in the end, making that sacrifice 10 years later, now they really are in their dream home. They do have the RV parking and the 3rd-car garage and all the things that they were hoping to have, but they were patient and they took the time to make the moves up so that they have that. So this is going to be, Woods Cross is a little bit smaller city. There's just over 11,000 residents. So there is not a lot of availability, but this is kind of what you can find in that affordable price range. Okay, now we're at the second house. This is a single family house. It's 1507 West, 1820 South in Woods Cross. It is listed for $498,000. It's 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, and it was built in 2001. It is just under 1,600 square feet. Something that I wanted to mention about homes in this price range, if you want a single family, I would get one like this. Although we're not looking at the pictures, I can tell you that it is outdated. So my clients who are willing to make the sacrifice and get a home that needs updates, maybe they have to deal with some ugly flooring or maybe they have an outdated kitchen. If they can jump in and over time make the upgrades, then within several years, they've built up some great equity in the house, and that helps them to get some wealth building and to get some good equity to help them move up to the home that they really desire. So this reminds me of the marshmallow test. Maybe you've seen the video, a test that they did on small children about delayed gratification and when they were children, if they could resist, and maybe they turn into a better adult and are more successful. But end of story is they gave them a marshmallow and they said, okay, you can have this marshmallow and you can eat it now, or if you wait, and let me leave and come back, then I'll actually give you 2 marshmallows. So moral of the story is that if you have a little bit of self-control and if you can use some delayed gratification, then you can actually have more equity and get you faster to your goal. If you're willing to make the investment in something that's not 100%, maybe the most modern that you want. And also, one of the oppositions that clients come up with is maybe not having the funds or worrying that they're not going to be able to have the opportunity to make those upgrades. But does that sound like you? Is that something that you might be able to do? If so, it would give you a great opportunity, gives a little bit more negotiation power, less competition, because people are really, really focused today on turnkey. They want to go in, they want to see that everything is updated and ready to go, and they don't have to spend a dime. Okay, we are at 1852 South, 2095 West in Woods Cross, and this home is listed at $599,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It has an unfinished basement, and it was built in 2012, and it has 3,100 square feet. It's a little bit bigger than 3,100 square feet. So something that I wanted to point out about this particular neighborhood is that you have new builders, you have Lennar and Ivory Homes. So the benefit of having a little bit higher price point is the newer home, bigger as well. So that is something that you might really like about this neighborhood. Something I wanted to point out about this particular location is, if you can see behind me, they have the electrical line. To a lot of people, that is considered negative. So people will shy away from a home that is right next to some big power lines. Also, you might be able to hear some rustle and bustle on that freeway behind me, because Legacy Freeway is actually in the backyard. There's some space, but in the backyard of this row of homes. And that is also considered something that people will deteriorate the value for. The positive, you can hear kids like a whooping in the background because they're playing at the playground. So people do love to have a playground right there within walking distance. So there are some ins and outs of something you might want to consider if you're looking for a home in this area. Something that I thought would be fun to mention is the fact that here in Utah, there are not a lot of coffee drinkers like you might see in other states. So you might not find a ton of coffee houses in the area, but there is one that I'll include in my video that I'll refer to that is a popular one. And what you're going to find instead is a lot of sugary drink places that I'll refer to. But going back to the reason why is Utah was settled by the Mormons, or the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And they are non-drinkers and they don't drink coffee as well. Interestingly, since the state has been settled, you're only at about 50% of people who participate in that religion in the state, and most of them do not drink coffee or they don't drink alcohol. So what they drink instead are these sugary fun mixes. Some of the places that you might enjoy, they usually try to combine and do sugary treats. So you have some cookie places, you have crumble, Parsons, chip, and then twisted sugar. Then if you just go straight to the drink places, who then a lot of them have side treats as well, you have fizz, you have Sodalicious. In my upcoming videos, I'm going to give you a little glimpse into the different little hot spots so that you can get a feel for that and what that looks like. Now that you've seen 3 different homes and 3 different price ranges in Woods Cross, you can see if it's going to fit your budget and if it's a place that you would like to call home. If not, I do have upcoming videos on other cities that are surrounding in the area, such as North Salt Lake, Bountiful, Hayesville, Farmington, Centerville, and there's a lot to look forward to. In other videos, I also address the pros and cons, but if you stay tuned to the end of this video, I'm going to give you some great footage of driving through the neighborhood so that you can see if this is a great place to call home. Now remember, whether it's 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text. We would love to help you make a smooth move to Utah. So hope to see you around town.